Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Lyon and I'm the Youth and Community Dance Manager at Yorkshire Dance. Yorkshire Dance is the dance development organisation for Yorkshire and a national portfolio organisation for the Arts Council England. Yorkshire Dance champions the value of dance and the development of dance across Yorkshire, and we do so through three different strands. Investing in artists and artist development, encouraging participation across different communities, and through advocacy and strategic development, both regionally and across the north. Today, we're really pleased to talk to you about our recent project, Dancing in Time. This was a collaboration between Yorkshire Dance, the University of Leeds, and Leeds Public Health. Behind us, you're going to see some photos and some quotes from some of the older adults that took part in that research project.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Dr. Sarah Astill, and I'm based in the School of Biomedical Sciences, which is part of the Faculty of Biological Sciences here at the university. I am the academic lead on this collaborative project. Now, we know today that falling is a serious common cause of injuries in older adults, and the prevention of injuries associated with falling is a public health target not only around the world, but here in the City of Leeds too. We know that while falls are multifactorial in nature, research shows us that there are modifiable risk factors. These include physical risk factors, such as reduced levels of physical activity, poor balance, and muscle weakness. There are also psychosocial risk factors. These include depression, cognitive impairment, and a fear of falling or falls-related self-efficacy. Now, we know that physical activity and exercise programs can be one common and effective strategy for reducing falls. However, not everybody feels comfortable accessing these. We also know that there are ballroom dance studies showing that ballroom dancing and social dancing can help prevent falls. However, many older adults really struggle to access these. They can be difficult to learn, remember the steps. Often they need a partner, and for some, they're just no longer quick enough to keep time with the music. What we would suggest is that contemporary dance offers an alternative to ballroom and social dancing. It is open to anybody, regardless of their baseline physical condition. It offers the opportunity to improvise or interpret music or feelings at an individual, person-centered level. And it also includes elements of aerobic exercise, balance activity, low-level resistance, and moves to enhance flexibility. So in this collaborative study, we developed a small-scale pilot study to examine the effect of contemporary dance on physical and psychosocial risk factors with adults who are living in the community. We used a variety of questionnaires and motor tasks to document the changes in these physical and psychosocial risk factors. And we also asked the older adults to come and talk to us about how they felt the participation in the dance programme had affected them.
The intervention comprised a 10-week dance programme delivered by dance artists in local community facilities across 3 neighbourhood network sites in Leeds. As Sarah mentioned, contemporary dance is ideal because it can be low impact and it's person-centred. One of the key elements that we were working with was skilled practitioners that understood and could bring their contemporary dance training, skills and expertise and successfully applied these within these settings. The structure included check-in with the participants, warm-up, taught tasks and didactic movement, creative elements, a cool-down, and then a check-out with those participants. And the ethos behind the programme included focus on creativity, the individual's movement, choice, adaptable and accessible movements, the use of breath, the use of props, and the sense that everyone is equal. At the end of each 10-week programme, each group hosted their own sharing, whereby families, friends and staff could come and join the group in celebrating their work so far. This consisted of the participants showing the audience some of the tasks and activities they'd been doing, the audiences joining in with some of those tasks, and then time to chat and to share their experiences with each other.
So in order to assess the effect of the dance on physical risk factors, we measured balance, we measured levels of physical activity. To assess the effect of the dance on psychosocial risk factors, we measured mood, and we also measured something called fall self-efficacy. And this is essentially how confident an older person feels performing activities of daily living without falling. These measures were taken prior to participating in the dance, and then after they completed 20 90-minute sessions of contemporary dance. We also held 3 focus groups where we asked participants how the dance had affected them and what they thought the barriers and enablers to contemporary dance for older adults were. So we had 38 older adults participating in our dance programme across our 3 sites. The mean age was 74 years and our oldest participant was 92. There was a mean adherence rate of 84%. Effectively, what this means is that out of the 20 sessions offered, on average, 17 of them were accessed by each individual. This adherence rate is very similar to other falls-related programmes, if not better. Our data also showed that contemporary dance can modify some of those intrinsic physical and psychosocial risk factors. For example, we noted that the older adults were more active. Over 60% of our participants raised the levels of moderate physical activity they were doing each week. We also saw that over 80% of our participants improved their balance ability, and their balance abilities were now comparable to those that were measured in people that were 60 years of age, some 10 years, if not 15, 20 years younger than our participants. We also showed that the older adults just felt far more comfortable and confident that they wouldn't fall while undertaking many activities of daily living. And these include things that you and I might take for granted, such as cooking themselves a simple meal, rushing to answer the telephone, or just going up and down stairs. Finally, we saw an improvement in mood. The older adults felt happier about their lives and happier about themselves in general after participating in the dance programme. The data from the focus groups gave further insight into the effect the dance had on the participants. And we captured aspects that no questionnaire ever could, as you can read for some of the quotes that we've shown you here today. So, overall, the data shows that the dance programme appeared acceptable to participants and feasible to implement in the community. We have 2 of our groups that were included in this project still dancing today, with the numbers growing month on month. Moving forward, together with Leeds Public Health and Yorkshire Dance, we've just submitted a grant to the Wellcome Trust for £90,000, and if we're successful, over half of that money will go to Yorkshire Dance to implement more dance programmes in the community. In this project, we hope not only to grow our sample size, but to also use a waitlist control group to enable us to assess the effectiveness of the dance in preventing falls compared to what might be considered standard care.
We would like to end by acknowledging the funding sources that has made this body of work possible. These include the University of Leeds Cultural Institute, Leeds Community Healthcare Trust, Leeds Directorate of Public Health, and the Wellcome Trust. This whole project could not have been undertaken without the contributions of many other people. We would like to specifically thank Vika Aringa, Chief Executive Officer of Yorkshire Dance, and Richard Porter, Older People's Health Improvement Officer, Leeds Directorate of Public Health. We also want to express our gratitude to the older adults of Leeds who participated in the programme and added to the richness of the research project and the overall.